Hi, I'm Dr. Drew and welcome to my YouTube channel. This is a channel not on medicine, but all the other aspects needed to live our medicine lives. Today we're going to be talking about amortization. What is amortization? Why is it important for us to know for loans, mortgages, or car payments? And how one can use tools available to understand amortization. So what is amortization? It is essentially the process of paying off a loan or debt over time through regular payments. These payments typically include a combination of the principal as well as the interest on top of it. And the proportion of each payment that goes towards principal and interest changes over time. And hopefully we'll see that in some of our illustrations. So for example, in the early payments or parts of the loan, a larger portion of the payment goes towards interest, while in the later payments, a larger portion goes towards the principal. This results in a gradual reduction of the outstanding debt and the eventual payoff of the loan. So let's look at an example here. So I have picked here a combination of a website called a Government of Canada's website available here, but for the purposes of illustration, I shall use this website here by RateHub, which is an excellent example. So here I've taken a starting price of $500,000 on a house, and I've picked a location, Estevan, Saskatchewan, because why not? And I've picked here, various down payment strategies. But again, these numbers are not important to know. What is important to know is this amortization schedule. So amortization, again, is a concept where you essentially have principal and interest payments. And you can see that a larger portion is blue, which is the interest payment, and a smaller portion is the principal, which is these two payments combined will then become your total payment. So you would say, why would they structure more interest at the beginning? Well, that's the process of amortization and getting debt. If one does not like it, then you would have to choose a different debt product. But essentially, over time, you have larger principal payments. So it's important that when you're buying a house or any kind of amortized loan, at the beginning you build very little equity and you pay off very little principal, which is the reason why you remain in debt for a long period of time. You continue to just keep refinancing that particular debt. So you could see here with $30,000 paid, I'm picking 2024 here, the principal is only 10, but the interest is 20,000, which is almost 200% of the principal. And so you build very little equity that way. This is again by the Government of Canada, uses a similar strategy and uses it same. So you can see here that the total interest paid is almost equal to the blue amount, which is the principal, but that is the nature of amortization. So why is amortization important for physicians to know? So as a physician, you may encounter amortization in various financial situations. So you may be taking out a student loan for medical education or purchasing a home, as shown before. And it's important to understand what amortization is. And even I didn't realize that more interest is taken at the beginning than the principal. And it doesn't help you build wealth, but it does help you get the debt to purchase these large financial needs at the beginning, such as a home, a car loan, a student education, or whatever it may be. And it's important to compare these to different products and to look at the interest rate, the schedule, and the length of the loan. This will help you predict your future payments and the total cost of the loan over time. So how to look for amortized products? Again, it goes back to communication. So when you talk to an individual, you have to ask them, what type of loan is it? Is it a simple interest loan, a compound interest loan, or amortized loan? Because obviously the principal and interest payment on each of them is going to be different. And some loans are interest only, so it's amortized, but it's interest only. So there's various combinations in these products. But when looking for financial products that offer amortization, it's important to compare the interest rate, the length of the loan, and the fees associated with the product. It's important to ask for the amortization schedule, look for these colored bars, look for the numbers, projected out for the however amount of time. It's important to differentiate amortization from term. You can have a 30-year amortization, but a 5-year term. So essentially you have 6 terms to get to your 30-year amortization. So just because you have an amortization of 30 years doesn't mean that you have a term of 30 years. You may have a term that you will have to determine with your lender. Consider again, amortization comes in fixed or adjustable loans. and that's 5 minutes. So in conclusion then, amortization is an important concept for physicians to understand, as can have a significant impact on the overall cost of a loan over time. It comes as fixed or variable or various other combinations, but essentially the interest and principal payment, more interest is taken in the early years, more principal in the later years. And in the early years, if you continue to refinance, you continue to remain in debt, then build wealth or build equity. And it's important to research and do your due diligence. So hopefully this has added value in a world filled with information and the tools available publicly on the internet. A few action items: if you'd like to follow the exact frameworks used by affluent physicians to take back control of their time and money, then check out the link in the description below. I love making these videos because our mission is to help fight burnout in 10,000 physicians across this world. And I wish that someone was holding my hand through this wealth building journey. Come and join a free community of like-minded physicians on Facebook, where I share my resources, cheat sheets, calculators, and everything in between to live our best lives. So I thank you for listening to my videos. Thank you for taking the time to take care of your patients, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.